Hi everyone, this is another episode of English Chitchat ฝึกฟังภาษาอังกฤษ 90% where I speak 90% in English so you can practice listening and interacting in English here only at ฝรั่งอังโมสวัสดีครับ Hello there, are we live? I think hey Hiสวัสดีค่ะ Welcome to the last week of April. Seems like a lot of us, me included, are still in the holiday mode, even though I didn't even take a day off. But hey, hi, hello there. Okay, so for every episode of English Chit Chat, you and me, we are going to momentarily forget all the fear of making mistakes and just trying to use English, because I myself always make some mistakes. So English Chat is number one for me to get over my fear of making mistakes, and number two, hopefully this can help you get over your fear as well, and to see that we can talk, we can communicate, we can understand each other just fine. Hi, สวัสดีค่ะ It's a Q&A time. Yay. Hello. Hi, Kana. Hello, Shui. Right? คุณทัศนันท์สวัสดีค่ะ Hi. All right. Welcome you all from Facebook and YouTube. Hi. คุณ Melody. Hello. คุณ Melody พลอยระรินศรี Right? Hi. คุณณัฐวุฒิสวัสดีค่ะ Hello. Pimod, you can watch this now, right? I was so anxious that I might not get to see you tonight. Okay. Kun Sherlock Holmes. Ooh, the famous detective, right? สวัสดีสบายดีค่ะสบายดี from สปปลาว right? From Laos. Hi. คุณแพท Hi. คุณสายฝน Hello คุณพรพิมล Hi new member welcome so great to have you with us today hello from Thailand okay Pimon I can watch you now yay finally we get to see each other hello คุณวชิรศักดิ์นะคะคุณ expressing muscle hi thereคุณนุกูลใช่ไหมคะคุณนุกูล hello for tonight hello let's have a lot of fun today คุณแบมปวันรัตน์ hello with a heart hi คุณนุสินสวัสดีค่ะ hello alright คุณพันลบ hi คุณกันดี right hi แนะนำการ์ตูนฝึกภาษาใน Netflix หน่อยค่ะAnybody has a Netflix shows to practice English with? I think if I were to go for cartoons, I would probably have you tried the children and family section? If you go to if you want something like relatively easier, because movies or TV series can be difficult to understand. So try to check out children and family. I think let me check it on Netflix. I think it's children and family, so I think the vocabulary will be easier to understand. I think one second movies and you go to movies and then you go to movies and then โหยหน้าสกรีนน่ากลัวมาก you go to a children and family. You go to movies and then you go to this children and family. So then you will see that there are like, you know, the easier animated movies that you can understand. And I think it's a good start to practice English from there. Okay. Hey. All right. What are we talking about today? Good question, Kun Sherlock Holmes. What are we talking about today? We have a Q&A today. Yay. So I think without further ado, usually I have a warm-up question, but then I have to admit I couldn't think of anything today. I couldn't think of anything today. So let's start with a question then. Let's start with a question so that I have more time to answer your question. So today is a free Q&A that you all can one second. Okay, that you all can ask me any questions and I will try to answer as many questions as possible with the limited time given. And yeah, let's have a lot of fun and learn from each other. I get to learn from you and we can share. Yeah. Okay, let's share your question if you have any question. I know now. Okay, while waiting for your question, I have a question for you. I have a question for you first. What is your favorite movie or TV series to practice English, or maybe just in general? What is your favorite movie or TV series, or maybe videos, or maybe shows, anything, yeah? What is your favorite movies or TV series? Let's share. Maybe it's something that you use to practice English with, or maybe it's something that you like in general, so that people have more ideas about what to go watch on Netflix, or Disney Plus, or Apple TV, or HBO Go. Let me know. Do you know English words that doesn't have definition in Thai? Yes, a lot. For example, grateful, that I can think on top of my head right now. Grateful, thankful, doesn't have a direct translation in Thai. Trade-off doesn't have a direct translation in Thai. What else? So many other words, actually. Let me think about it. I'll come back. I'll get there. But on top of my head right now is grateful. And there are a lot of words in English that can't be translated directly to Thai. And there are a lot of Thai words that can be translated to English. So that is why learning English by translation could be tricky in a long run to help you really become fluent. That is why I don't always recommend translating everything, but understanding from the context. Okay? ใครอยากฝึกภาษาแนะนำซีรีส์ Sherlock Holmes. Is it the one with Benedict Cumberbatch? Is that that series? พูดเป็นน้ำไหลไฟดับเลยหมายถึงเราใช่ไหมคะหรือว่า ตัวละครโอเคOkay, Kun Sherlock Holmes said, I'm learning English from Friends on Netflix. Definitely. Ma well. Okay. Avengers Endgame. High five. That would be my favorite too. Oh yeah. Now you can find it on Disney Plus or all Marvel movies, which I just last night, not last night, I think yes. Oh no, the day before I just rewatched Iron Man, the first episode. I think for the 1,000th time already. I keep rewatching all the Marvel movies. Okay, Friends. Notting Hill. Oh, that's a good one. You get to listen to both American and British accent because Julia Roberts have American accent, the American pronunciation, and Hugh Grant have a very posh British accent. So that is a great movie. Yes. All of Us Are Dead. Is it English? Is it English, right? Or is it Korean? Oh, I'm so not updated. Okay. Harry Potter. Absolutely. Definitely my favorite too. Sherlock. Okay. A lot of detective fans here. Okay. James Bond. That's a Mission Impossible, right? What's a song for James Bond? I couldn't think of anything. Okay. Friends. Okay. Adventure type of movie. Kun Patta. Do you have any specific movies that are your favorites? Please share with us. Godfather. Everything series at Brack TV. Brat TV on YouTube. Oh, Brat TV. Interesting. I should check it out. Fast and Furious. Okay, Fast and Furious. I think I watch all the episodes. I really, really like it. Really, really like it. Okay. Kun Patri said, I've got more than one favorite movies. How can I answer this kind of question? I know. Maybe top three favorite movies. I know I have a lot of favorite movies as well. Yeah, maybe top three. Beauty and the Beast. Oh, Kun Usa. Did you change your profile picture? Are you the same Kun Usa that I know? Beauty and the Beast. Are you a fan of like Disney princess? NCSI. Is it CSI or NCIS? Children's movie. Or CSI or CIS? Not sure. Okay. Family Guy. Yeah, good one. Johnny English. Moon Lovers is Korean? Is it K-drama? Stranger Things. Absolutely. Prison Break. Yeah. Who is my favorite actor or actress? Oh, so many. Of course, I will have to say Robert Downey Jr. At this point, RDJ, who plays Iron Man. He is a legend. Other than that, I think all the cast for Marvel movies would be my favorites. Other than that, probably Emma Watson from the Hermione from Harry Potter. Anne Hathaway. Yeah. Oh, so many more. Okay. Brooklyn 99 is also really, really, really cool. Yeah, I got interested in that when there's this scene that when they were trying to find the suspect and then they were singing "Tell Me Why" or something like that. That was so funny. You should check it out. Forrest Gump, Emily in Paris, The Good Doctor. Okay, Interstellar. This one is super difficult to understand for me. I think I watched it twice and I feel like I still couldn't understand it. Okay. Oh, all right. Enough with the movies. Now let's move on to the questions. Otherwise, I think I might not be able to answer the questions. But okay, if you have any questions for me or for us to talk about, maybe I might not be able to answer, but our lovely audience here might have some suggestions or ideas. Please do share in the comments so we can go through it together. Okay, let's start. I've seen a lot of questions already. Let me see. Sorry. How to speak English like a native speakers, how to deal with bad listening skills. Okay, so these are two different questions, right? Speak English like native speakers requires a lot of both input. So you need to listen again and again for speaking, and you also need to speak it out. So it needs to be balanced between you listening to the sounds and familiarize yourself with the sound, or in other words, they call immerse yourself with the sound. So the more you listen again and again, have you been with some friends and your friend talk in a particular way and you start spending more time with this friend and you start to talk like her or him? เคยไหมคะ Have you ever met a friend like that, or have you ever experienced this? เคยไหมอยู่กับเพื่อนคนนี้แล้วเพื่อนคนนี้ก็พูดสมมติเขาพูดแบบอะไรดีอ่ะเขาพูดแบบเขาเป็นคนใต้สมมติเขาเป็นคนใต้ Let's say your friend is like from the south, or maybe you go live in the south of Thailand for a while and then you start speaking with ทองแดงคือก็เป็นคนแบบเกิดทำไมเหมือนเนาะเกิดกรุงเทพตลอดเลยอ่ะอยู่ดีๆก็เลยแบบว่าไปอยู่ใต้แป๊บเดียวเลยแล้วก็อยู่ดีๆก็มีสำเนียงแบบนี้ออกมาเฉยไม่เหมือนเลยขอโทษค่ะ But you know what I mean, right? So you need a lot of input to be able to do that, but at the same time you also need to have opportunities or chances to speak it out, whether it's talking to yourself, recording your voice, talking in front of a mirror, finding English buddies that you can talk to, anything. Yeah, so that's how it works. For me, the easiest way is to watch a movie videos of a native speaker. Is it American, are you talking American accent or British or Australian or other accent? Then you listen again and again, and I just copy them, and I just try to make my way of speaking closest to how they talk. That's how I do it. And for listening skills, for me, I usually just, it takes time. First thing first, it takes time to be able to do it little by little. The problem is that not the problem. The key is that all 4 language skills, listening, speaking, reading, and writing, they are all interconnected and interdependent. มันพึ่งพาซึ่งกันและกัน The more you listen, the more you have to speak. Yeah, the more you have something in here, the better you could speak. And the more you speak, the more you understand when you listen. The more you remember the things that you have already listened. So if you want to, of course, you need to listen again and again, even though you don't understand 100%. แม้จะไม่เข้าใจมันทุกอย่าง 100% แต่ก็ฟังมันไปก่อนเนี่ย Number 2 is that not just listening. If you can be more proactive after listening, for example, listening to something and say it right away. That way you remember the things you have listened better. And next time you listen to the same words, same phrases, you remember that better. So while listening, instead of listening passively, listening actively. Listen and try to do something with it. Try to speak it out, try to repeat it, try to note it down. That will help you during, it's a progress though. It doesn't get better overnight, but it will get better. Yeah, but don't just listen passively, do something with it while listening as well. Okay, I hope that answered your question. Okay. Interesting question. คุณนุกูลเจริญใช่ไหมคะ Your question is your occupation. So my occupation is English tutor full time, or do you have another job still together? Okay. Is my job am I teaching English? Am I only wait, let me rearrange that sentence. Am I only teaching English, or my job is to teach English alone, or do I do something else, right? Well, I wear many hats. So I don't really know how to define what I do exactly. Yes, I am an English or educator. So I don't just teach English. I teach other things like public speaking, communication, what else? Psychology, all these things as well. And apart from that, and the art of teaching as well. And other than that, I'm also a content creator, which is similar to teaching, but not the same thing. I'm also a content creator. The kids these days would call YouTuber, Facebooker, TikToker, something like that as well. So we make a lot of educational content for people. And at the same time, I'm also an entrepreneur. So I have to run the business. Run the business. We need to be able to do a lot of things involving running the business and expanding, scaling up, all these things. So yeah, I wear many hats at the same time, and my work would be, I think teaching for me is about like 30% right now. I do not only teach, but I also plan the curriculums. I design the learning journey. I create the learning solutions for a group of people, for organizations, for organization, for universities, for companies, corporates as well. So yeah, there's some multiple things that I do at the same time. So in one day, I work on like 10 different things, you could say. Yeah, but I feel really honored, and I'm super grateful that I get to explore new things every day. I hope that's a good question to that answer. That's a good answer to the question. Okay. พูดเร็วไปอ่ะ sorry. Okay. Okay, we have a lot of interesting. I just wanna. Okay. CSI, Men in Black, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I just watched that. Even though I'm not that into romantic. Yeah, I can watch romantic comedies. I get bored in between, but then it's kind of fun. Yeah. High School Musical. Ooh, legendary. How I Met Your Mother on Disney Plus. That's a good one. Black Mirror. Kung Fu Panda. Oh, I haven't watched it yet. I have always wanted to watch it, but not yet. Okay. Okay, คุณพัตรี 3 favorite movies: Blast from the Past, Titanic, The Proposal. I haven't checked out the Blast from the Past yet. Maybe I should do that. Okay. Sorry. Okay, Noom is here. Yay, continuous learning. Did you join the last session just now as well? Very dedicated learner. Noom, welcome to the session as well. We just met just now. But okay, let's do it again.คุณ คุณฮารุเสร็จสวัสดีครับพอดีมีปัญหาเรื่องการพูดพอเวลาเจอคำที่มีตัว r กับตัว l ในประโยคยาวๆลิ้นจะพันกันตลอดเลยต้องฝึกกล้ามเนื้อยังไงบ้าง Okay, there's a very interesting concept called, let me show you, and if our team is watching this right now, can you help me send the link of the videos that we used to teach about R and L sound in the comment below so that maybe you can go check it out. That might be better. But for pronunciation, I really want to say that there's an interesting concept called muscle memory. Have you heard of muscle memory? There we go. Yeah, muscle memory is that muscle is กล้ามเนื้อ right? Memory is the memory. So ความจำ yeah. So muscle memory, what it essentially means is that when you do something repeatedly again and again and again, for example, brushing your teeth, eating, wash your hair, riding bicycle, dancing, anything that you do again and again and again for a long period of time, your body start to do it automatically. That means that part of your body remembers how to do it without you having to think, oh, the L little tongue stuck like this and the R it goes in. So at first, when you start to practice English, especially the pronunciation, you will feel like it gets stiff a lot. มันจะเหมือนมันเกร็งๆปากเป็นไหมคะตอนฝึก pronunciation แรกๆอ่ะส่วนใหญ่ทุกคนจะรู้สึกเหมือนกับยังไงดีวะว่า or real it doesn't really fit เป็นไหมถ้าใครเป็นพิมพ์ yes มาหน่อยนะคะ yes it's kind of like it's almost as if like it's not for you, right? มันรู้สึกเหมือนมันไม่หรือว่าเราจะทำไม่ได้ because you hasn't gained you don't know where exactly to put your tongue, where your mouth should be or we don't know that yet. But the more times we try to do it again and again, the more number of times we get it right. สมมติว่าลองวันนี้10 ครั้งอาจจะได้ถูก3 คำ2 คำ Tomorrow you try again, maybe 4.Tomorrow, another day you try again, maybe still 4, and then again, the number of times out of 10 you get, it increase, yeah? So maybe 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, and it keeps increasing because you start to gain the muscle memory. So that's something that you have to always keep in mind while practicing pronunciation in English or in any other languages. Now, for R and L, it's because there's no sound like this in Thai ไม่มีตัว R ไม่มีตัว L ในภาษาไทยเพราะฉะนั้นปากของเราเวลาพูดภาษาไทยเนี่ยเราไม่เคยคุ้นชินกับการทำเสียงแบบนี้เลย TH อย่างเงี้ยไม่มีเสียงแบบนี้ในภาษาไทยเพราะฉะนั้น R is not equal to รอเรือ L is not equal to ลอลิง we can't do a direct translation like that. Here's how it works. The L sound, the tongue stick out อยู่หลังลิ้นข้างบนหรือระหว่างลิ้นบนลิ้นล่างแต่มันจะยื่นออกมา love love something like that yeah but the R sound it goes in yeah the R sound go in and your mouth is more ปากyeah it squeeze in so the R sounds you pull back your tongue เหมือนแบบคุยที่ไข่ห้าง and then you squeeze your mouth ทำปากwhere your tongue is here really 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 now to get to the point of like to really really real it's real it takes the muscle memories means your body needs to repeat again and again and again and again that action in order to gain the memory of where the tongue goes เพราะฉะนั้น it takes time of course but then you will get there that's for sure it might feel really like uncomfortable at first but then after certain repetition you remember how to do it I mean your memories your body remember how to do it but you need to collect the number of times okay How to practice English by yourself? That is an excellent question and we have a good video for that. You can go check out เดี๋ยวส่งลิงก์ไว้ให้นะคะเดี๋ยวจะฝากแอดมินส่งลิงก์ให้นิดนึงเนาะ 5 things to do 5 สิ่งที่ต้องทำทุกวันให้เก่งภาษาขึ้นอย่างรวดเร็ว If you and all of those 5 things you can do it by yourself. Yeah, so please check that out. And there's also a video if you want to check on YouTube called ฝึกภาษาด้วยตัวเองทำยังไง or something like that. I think that would be the video that you can go check out and I think that would explains better than me now. Okay. Okay. เราจะรอดไหมวันนี้เนี่ย คุณ K Shape Infirm how can I practice listening to movies in English I don't really understand I can't catch the word but I get what you say in this live or I get what native speakers say but when I watch movies I can't get it now this is interesting topic to talk about it depends on what kind of movies you watch yeah and what set of vocabularies you have if you watch some movies that for example for me I really like sci-fi action movies with a little bit of science or something like that or you know some Marvel movies as well so a lot of time if you listen to me I still use kind of not too difficult words because I don't have to talk about any rocket science I don't have to talk about I don't know the I don't have to talk about cryptocurrency I don't have to talk about the electric cars I don't have to talk about like going to space right so I talk about normal set of vocabulary that you already know now jumping into new contexts of English can be tricky because if you jump into that right away and we don't know too much let's say I watch Interstellar which talks about going to space all these things relativity physics all these things and I don't really know maybe I know 20% of what they said because the topic or the context that they talk about in that movies are not the set of vocabulary that I'm familiar with right so the thing is that the first thing to do is that maybe it's okay as long as I enjoy the movie and maybe I can try to check some new vocabulary and I learn something that's fine maybe I don't have to understand everything because the more I don't understand the more I have to learn that's one way of looking at it or there's another way that you can go about this you can also search for movies that are relatively easier something that you are already familiar with for example if you are let's say for example if you are a medical student and you watch something about medical like for example Good Doctor let's say you watch Good Doctor or you watch Grey's Anatomy something like that, you might feel like, oh, I can understand something in there because you are a medical student, right? But if you watch something about mechanics, but you are a medical student, maybe you don't know too much about it. So it's all about context. You might, so English is not one in whole. ไม่ใช่ว่าสมมุติว่าเราเก่งภาษาอังกฤษในเรื่อง conversation แล้วเราจะเก่งภาษาอังกฤษในเรื่อง academic ไม่ใช่เราเก่งภาษาอังกฤษในเรื่องในเรื่อง business แล้วเราจะเก่ง conversational English. There are many areas of English to explore. So another thing that you can do, okay, keep watching it even though you don't understand and learn new words. That's one way. The second way is to find something easier, maybe animation, cartoons, or something that you already more familiar. Maybe more conversational, maybe rom-coms, romantic comedies, something that is relatively easier so that you can understand more. There's two ways, depends. For me, even though I don't understand some of the movies when I was younger, when I started practicing English, even though I don't understand, I would just keep watching it because I like it. And I would try, the more I like it, the more I would try to understand it, right? Have you ever really liked someone, like maybe a crush or maybe celebrity or idols? You really like someone that you want to get to learn more about them, right? So it's the same thing. The more you like this series, even though you don't understand, you're gonna keep doing it. Oh, no, the Lord, ไม่เอาวันเนี้ยพี่ฝ้ายใช่ไหมคะ Now I have a tough time studying English because I'm starting to study English in academic session for taking an exam, right? For taking a test. It was very fun when I study from entertainment content. Oh, I can totally understand and relate to this because as we just talk, English for entertainment, for conversation is one thing. English for academic purposes is one thing. English for formal, diplomatic purpose is another thing. So there are many areas of English to explore. My advice, I don't know if there's any advice to be given, is there entertainment content that is still relatively academic? I'm sure you'll find something. When I was doing a lot of, because I studied in English, right? So I find that watching documentaries, for me, watching documentaries is still much more enjoyable than reading textbook. So for me, if I want to learn and practice my English on a subject, for example, history, I need to learn world history. So instead of reading a textbook, like, oh, เหนื่อยเบื่อมาก so boring, I turn to find documentaries about that topic. For example, John F. Kennedy. I want to know about John F. Kennedy. I try to find the documentaries. And that to me is still kind of like edutainment somehow. So I'm pretty sure if you look for something, you will find something that's still educational, but at the same time, fun. Yeah. All the best. Oh, good question, Kaptan. How to support a friend for learning English or to help them learn English? Healing our mind, empowering, cheering up. Yes, words of encouragement, words of affirmation would help a lot. And I think if you can spend time if you can buddy up or pair up with someone and kind of, or you can also be someone who is called accountability partner for your friend. That really helps me. Accountability partner. So of course you can encourage them, cheer them up, but also something that my friend has helped me a lot is to become accountability partner. So I would kind of like report my friend every day to keep me accountable. เหมือนทำให้เรารับผิดชอบต่อเป้าหมายของเรามากขึ้นก็คือบอกเพื่อนคนนี้ว่าแบบอยากทำเป้าหมายอะไร which goal do you want to succeed or achieve this month? let's set it and then I will be here to make sure you do it. Have you do it today? Have you done it? Have you done it today? And then I report to my best friend. I think that was for me was working out. So I will be reporting to my friend like, oh, I did it today. I did it today. I did it today for 30 days straight or something like that. And it really, really helped me. So another way that you can help your friend achieving a goal is to ask them and let them set the goals, and then you help them keep them accountable to their goals. Yeah. คุณSurveyu, right? I probably pronounced it wrong, but hey, sorry. Okay, I can speak English in daily life, but it's quite hard when it's English for business. Yeah, because in my point of view, POV, in my point of view, it would be formal and polite. Then, it has to be. It has to be formal and polite. Then my question is, how can I improve my English for business? That is an excellent, excellent question. We just talk about the context, right? So it doesn't mean that a person who's good at conversational English,ไปเที่ยวสบาย for traveling, for chatting with friends, would instantly be good at English for business or for academic or for something else, right? So the thing is, you repeat the same process that you have built up for conversational English with English for business. เหมือนเริ่มใหม่ แต่มันง่ายขึ้นแล้วเพราะว่าเราทำอันนี้ได้แล้ว อันนี้ก็จะไม่ยากแหละนะ you get the way how you built it for conversational English. Now, when building a skills, it takes two sides of the things. Again, same way for conversational English. You listen a lot, you read a lot, you take some new input, and then you speak it out, you use it, right? Same way for English for business, but you change the set of vocabulary, you change the set of media, the forms of media. For example, I really like watching animated movies, for example. Let's say I really like animated movies. I like YouTube vlogs. I like music. That helps me in conversational English. Now, if I want to move to another context to learn more about how to say things formally and politely, I need to take the new input that is formal and polite to use. For example, I need to read more emails to see how they do it. I need to watch some movies that talks about maybe something more formal, about lawyers, about work, right? Or maybe I need to watch some YouTube videos that is more formal, right? Something like that. And then once I get new input like this, I have to use it right away. So I try to use it at work. I try to write new emails and try out new phrases that I just learned. It goes the same way, right? So new input, but this input should be more business related. And this output should also become for business purposes. That way you expand your English phrases and the way of speaking into more English for business. Does it make sense? I hope that answered your question. Okay. Put yourself in English language media. Yes, immerse yourself in English speaking forms of media as much as you can, such as listening to FM 88 English radio. Ooh, I didn't know this. Okay, which includes not only nice music but also English news. That's nice. Okay. Now I see your previous profile picture, คุณอุษา Tips for speaking confidently. Okay. Because I have already pronounced it, but not sure if they're saying, because I have already pronounced it. Okay. So you'll be saying something, speaking something, but you're not sure if you're saying it in the right way. And deliver the right message, right? I think that are okay. So have you ever spoken something and people not understanding you? Maybe, right? So that way you fix the way that you talk, right? So I think the things that it's going to help you making sure that you deliver the right message is to copy the whole phrases from the context. Yeah. So something that helps a lot for me in gaining the fluency or improving fluency คือช่วยให้พูดได้คล่องขึ้นมากๆก็คือพอดูปุ๊บแล้วก็ยกมาทั้งประโยควลี from the context. For example, I watch a movie. There's a scene in a movie where it talks about a really sad thing that happens. And the actor said, "This breaks my heart." Oh, don't do that. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. So instead of me remembering break แปลว่าอย่างนี้ heart แปลว่าอย่างนี้ I took the whole sentence and then I copy it and I paste it in the same situation like in the movie. Yeah. For example, today I'm really sad. Oh, I feel so sad, right? So I start copying what they said, exactly the same thing. ยกมาเลยยกมาทั้งดุนเลยแล้วก็มันจับวาง Oh, it breaks my heart. Oh, don't do that. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. So that way you know that, oh, this is how people do it in this situation. That's going to help a lot. But then there's another thing about confidence. Yeah. I think I talk about this too. And Pipon Jakobsen once said on our show, the Lessons Learned, say, confidence is not really a prerequisite. Yeah. You don't exactly have the confidence from the start to be able to do something. You do something again and again enough times and the confidence become the result of doing something again and again and again enough times, right? So tips for speaking confidently might come from number one, okay, I can do it this way and I try to do it and I did it, it went well. Or it could also be that, oh, I try to do it this way, I spoke it, they don't understand me, but I didn't die. So let me try again. Yeah. So it doesn't really even matter if the result went that well or not to gain the confidence. But the more time you realize, okay, I didn't die. Okay, it works. Okay, it works really well. So no matter what the result, but it's the number of times you have done it that actually helps you gain the confidence. Does it make sense? Okay. คุณภาวรศักดิ์ใช่ไหมคะภาวรศักดิ์ How do you fix a problem when listening to a long sentence but then you don't know some vocabulary? Is it from a person or is it from the media? If it's from the media, then you have time to check that out, what it means. Yeah. If it's from the person, you can ask for clarification. So there are two ways to go about this. So let's say if it's from the media, this is a phone number, if it's on your phone, on YouTube's, on videos, or on the movies, and it's a long sentence, you don't understand everything, you don't understand vocabulary, then you can find out, right? You can find that out. But to me, what helps me a lot is not to be overly obsessed with trying to find the translation for every word, because that will get me so tired and bored and not wanting to do it. So to me, I try to find the keywords. So I try to identify the keywords of what will help me understand the whole idea by connecting the dots without having to translate everything. คือถ้าเกิดสมมติว่าในประโยคนั้นมีประมาณ15คำแล้วต้องแปลทุกคำเลยจะรู้สึกว่าไม่อยากแปลแล้วแต่ถ้าลองจับแบบเฉพาะคำยากๆลองดูว่าคำนี้มันน่าสนใจนะไม่เคยหาเลยลองหาสัก 3-4 คำในประโยคที่มี15คำเนี้ยแล้วมันพอจับใจความได้ you can guess the overall meaning. That's a good sign, and you can keep doing this again and again and again, and that way you can go a long way. That's one way. Another way is, let's say if it's a person, if it's a person and they speak something and then you couldn't understand, you catch some words but still you couldn't understand, the best way to learn from this is to ask for clarification. Can you explain what do you mean by? Oh, อันนี้ดีมากเลย Ask for clarification. That's a horrible handwriting. So you can ask, what do you mean by blah, 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 blah? What do you mean by resilience? What do you mean by extensive? What do you mean by blah, blah, blah? Can you explain to me? I couldn't get it. I don't quite get it. I didn't quite get it. Could you explain more about blah, blah, blah? So if it's a person, they are willing to explain to you, right? That way you learn something new. Both way, either ways, you learn something new so that you have the progress for the next time you listen. And it keeps accumulating like this. เนาะมันจะไม่ได้แก้ปัญหาได้แบบทันทีแล้วฟังรู้เรื่องขึ้นทันทีอันนี้มันไม่มีเพราะมันเป็น skill development เนาะแต่ว่าถ้าเกิดสมมุติเราเริ่มทำแบบเนี้ยอันใดอันหนึ่งแบบไหนแบบหนึ่งเนี่ยมันครั้งหน้ามันก็จะเริ่มเหมือนทบกันไปเรื่อยๆได้เรียนรู้เพิ่ม2คำจากการฟังประโยคนี้ and then it keeps getting better and better so aim at the progress yeah okay โอ้ตายแล้วตายแล้วตอบไม่ทันคุณพัทรี blast from the past I will check it out for sure thank you the 4 areas which you should select which one should you select all of them it goes together it can goes together and I don't recommend you try to personally maybe I'm wrong so please correct me if I'm wrong or please defend your point of view but to me there are research showing that 4 languages skills listening speaking reading and writing they're all interconnected and interdependent on one another yeah and there's 2 sides of the skills receptive skills and productive skills receptive is receive right getting something in getting new input output or productive skill is to produce the message speaking and writing so all these things should go together yeah so while you're listening you try to speak too while you speak you listen more as well while you read you try to write from what you read and while you're writing you need to always read something new it always goes together so don't try to focus I'm going to focus on speaking first I'm going to focus on writing first of course you can do that for exams but if you want the whole system to go well you don't have to try to separate it yeah Hi from Sweden. Hello. I really want to go to Sweden one day. Okay. คุณว่านใช่ไหมคะคุณว่านkeep practicing listening skill with the topics you can focus on constantly. Exactly. For me, beauty bloggers, okay, on YouTube help me a lot. That's cool. Kun AJ Matt, yes, to immerse ourselves with English in our daily lives could be very helpful. Absolutely. Woo! Woo! Kun Mecca, super fat. Okay. I can't focus to do the work that I have to do. What should I do to solve this problem? So I think it's concentration. So you always get distracted like me. Right? Me too. We just had a session with our 21-day friends, and we just talk about it, about getting distracted again and again. Well, there are many ways. Friends, if you are watching this right now, please do give your suggestions. But I think number 1 thing that helps a lot is mindfulness practice, meditation. That helps me concentrate and focus on the tasks so much better. Even though I'm still a work in progress, but mindfulness practice when you sit down or maybe walking or maybe doing anything, but try to do one thing at a time or try to empty your mind, reset your mind. That helps me a lot. That's one way. Number 2 is there are techniques that you can use. For me, what really helps me and still helps me is called Pomodoro technique. Yes, I'm a productivity geek, a productivity freak. Okay. Pomodoro technique is actually, I think I used to recommend this before, but Pomodoro means tomato in Italian, I think. And what it means is that you set the timer So you kind of like trick your brain. Let's say that if you say to yourself that I'm going to work on something for 5 hours, I'm going to sit down in front of my laptop or in front of this book and try to read it for 5 hours. How do you feel? I don't want to do this at all, right? But if you trick yourself that, okay, I'm going to sit down and do the work only for 20 minutes. And then I will give myself a break for 5 minutes. And this goes as interval like this. Yeah. So if you trick yourself, I feel like 20 minutes for me, it's not too long. 20 นาทีนั่งได้ไม่มีเป็นไรแป๊บเดียวเดี๋ยวก็หมดละ20 นาทีแต่ว่ามันก็ไม่น้อยเกินไป but it's not that short that you cannot get anything done, right? So I trick myself, I time myself ก็ตั้งเวลาไว้เลย20 นาที 20 minutes and I sit down and usually it goes beyond 20 minutes. The trick is that to get yourself started into what's called the flow state.Have you ever get so focused on something that nothing else matter and you start ideas popping up like boop, 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 boop. You have all these ideas and you're typing something like boop, 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 boop. That is a flow state where you're completely in it 100%. To me, when I trick myself, I'm gonna sit here for a while and then once 5 minutes I start to get into it ก็คือนั่งอยู่ตรงเนี้ยแต่บางทีนั่งแล้วก็ไม่ทำงานเช็คนู่นเช็คนี่แล้วหาขนมกินinstead of that okay I'm gonna work for 20 minutes like for real and once I start like 5 minutes เครื่องฟิตสตาร์ทติดง่ายthen it goes on and usually it becomes like 30 minutes or 45 minutes or something like that but then that helps me a lot to focus on the tasks right in front of me better I hope that helps.This has turned into a productivity session. Okay. Sarah is here. Hello. Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry. I'm not sure if I can answer to all of this, but I will try. Will I be able to wait. Okay. Let me answer maybe 2 more questions. Yeah, 2 more questions. คุณการcome, right? Hi, I love your channel, teacher. Thank you. Today I have a question to ask you. How many ways? Millions. Or not millions, sorry. Hundreds and thousands. But there are no best way. I don't think so. Yeah. There are some common ways, but what I really want to stress again and again is to customize and personalize your learning. Make it your process, your decision to do something. Yeah. Sometimes people say, oh, I use this application very good, which is good. Or I use this technique very good.Which is also good, but at the end of the day, you are the one to take charge of your learning process, so you decide what works for you. Not everyone likes action movies. Not everyone likes music. So you don't have to go follow saying there's one best way, one size fits all kind of strategy. You look at something that works for you. So you need to experiment. มันต้องลองเนอะ You have to try what works and what doesn't work for you. And there's no set of stone saying like, it needs to be this way only. Yeah. So do what works well for you. In the learning styles that you like at your pace. Yeah. Yay. Yes, exactly. Yes. Oh, it's too daunting. To me, thinking of like, oh, I have to like do all these like, writing like 100 scripts. It's too much. Yes.All right, thank you a lot. Another important, okay, it's a culture. Yes. All right. I think we'll have to wrap up our Q&A today, but thank you so much for all the questions and all the engagement we had today. If you would like to learn with us, actually, we have a number of courses that you can take นะคะสำหรับใครที่ต้องการมาเรียนด้วยกันกับเราทานทานทานทานทานทานทานทาน we have a number of courses that you can take บางคนบอกว่าชอบอยากฝึก basic English นะคะให้ conversational ทั่วไปให้สามารถพูดได้อย่างมั่นใจก็มีพูดฝรั่งได้ดังเสกนะคะทุกอย่างที่ต้องรู้เพื่อปูพื้นฐานให้เราพูดได้อย่างมั่นใจมากยิ่งขึ้นนะคะ conversation สนทนาลื่นไหลมั่นใจ100%อันนี้จะเน้นเรื่องของการสนทนาโต้ตอบให้มันลื่นไหลเป็นธรรมชาติมากยิ่งขึ้นนะคะ pronunciation พูดเหมือนเด็กออกเสียงเป๊ะเวอร์อันนี้จะเน้นเรื่องของ pronunciation มากยิ่งขึ้นนะคะทุกข้อผิดพลาดทุกเรื่องที่แบบโอ้ยทำไมไม่มีใครบอกเรามาก่อนในเรื่องข้อผิดพลาดในการออกเสียงรวมถึงเรื่องต่างๆเนี่ย muscle memory นู่นนี่นั่นคือนะก็ใส่ไว้ในคอร์สหมดแล้วในเรื่องของการ pronunciation แล้วก็ think in English คิดเป็นภาษาอังกฤษพูดได้คล่องไม่ต้องท่องจำอันนี้จะเน้นเป็นเรื่องของ techniques เรื่องของวิธีการทำยังไงให้เรียนภาษาฝึกภาษาในชีวิตประจำวันแล้วมันจำได้ใช้เป็นพูดคล่องมากยิ่งขึ้นเน้นเฉพาะเรื่องวิธีการเลยนะคะแล้วก็ and some people were talking about English for business English for work right so that is why we have to specifically teach the course about that because it's such a pain for so many people so we have English for career development อันนี้จะเป็นคอร์สพิเศษสำหรับเพื่อแก้ปัญหาให้คนที่ต้องใช้ภาษาอังกฤษเพื่อการทำงานโดยเฉพาะเพราะมันไม่ใช่แค่พูดได้แล้วมันคือการต้องทำยังไงให้มันพูดเป็นมืออาชีพด้วยพูดให้ดูสุภาพด้วยพูดแล้วยังได้งานด้วยพูดแล้วยังรักษาน้ำใจกันด้วยพูดแล้วดูสุภาพ something like that ดูโปร yeah so all about job interview email writing business negotiation business meeting conversation at work presentation all of these things yeah speak brilliantly is about not pronunciation, public speaking and presentation, specifically for those who need to present in front of a lot of people in English. Yeah, Teach English in School is a community, is a source of know-how, resources, tips and tricks, all of that for teaching English online. So if you want to teach English online and you want to join our community so we can support you.Teach English in School is something that might be helpful to you. ทุกคอร์สของเราสามารถทดลองเรียนฟรีได้หมดเลยนะคะสามารถทดลองเรียนฟรีได้หมดเลยถ้าไม่มั่นใจว่าเราเหมาะกับคอร์สไหนสามารถไปที่ www.farangangmo.com and then try to take you can take for free take a self-assessment form นะคะสามารถไปเช็คระดับภาษาของตัวเองเพื่อวางแผนการเรียนได้ฟรีเลยเข้าไปที่เว็บไซต์มันจะมีปุ่มให้เรากดแล้วก็เหมือนสังเกตตัวเองแล้วก็ให้คะแนนตัวเองได้เลยมันจะบอกได้เลยว่าเราควรที่จะเรียนหลักสูตรไหนยังไงนะคะ and ถึงวันที่30เมษายนนี้เท่านั้น so this Saturday only this is the last week that we are actually offering โปรสุดฮอตไปเลยทีเดียวเชียวลดสูงสุดถึง 2,000 บาท so this is like our summer gift for our students นะคะสำหรับใครทั้งนักเรียนเก่านักเรียนใหม่ได้หมดเลยนะสำหรับใครที่อยากลงเรียนคอร์สไหนจริงๆช่วงนี้น่าจะเป็นช่วงที่ลงแล้วคุ้มมากที่สุดนะคะเหลืออีก5วันสุดท้ายเท่านั้นนะคะสำหรับใครที่ต้องการลงเรียนกับเรานะช่วงนี้มันจะมีส่วนลดที่ใช้ได้แล้วส่วนลดอันนี้200 700 1,200 2,000เนี่ยสามารถใช้กับคอร์สที่เราสามารถใช้กับ new member gift ได้ด้วยนะคะก็คือใครที่สมัครเป็นคอร์สแรกก็คือสมมุติอย่างลงคอร์สThink in English ลด200แล้วใช้ร่วมกับ New Member Gift ก็คือเป็นของขวัญต้อนรับสำหรับคนที่ลงเรียนคอร์สแรกเท่ากับว่าได้ส่วนลดไปเลย500 บาทด้วยนะคะ so if you want to learn something take courses with us get serious in English learning process with ฝรั่งอังมอสำหรับใครที่อยากเรียนไปด้วยกันจริงจังแล้วเนี่ยช่วงนี้เป็นช่วงตักตวงนะคะคือก็คุ้มที่สุดก็ช่วงนี้แหละค่ะ5วันสุดท้ายเท่านั้นนะคะเพราะฉะนั้น2มือลงกระเป๋า2เท้าก้าวเข้ามานะคะสามารถใช้ได้เลยแล้วก็ถ้าทุกคนใช้ส่วนลดอันนี้มันจะลดอัตโนมัติอยู่แล้วแต่ถ้าใครที่สมัครเป็นคอร์สแรกเพิ่มเติมไปด้วยสามารถพอสมัครสมาชิกบนเว็บไซต์ปุ๊บสามารถไปก๊อปอีเมลก๊อปโค้ดจากอีเมลที่ทุกคนจะได้รับจากเว็บไซต์เนี่ยนะคะแล้วมาใส่ในช่องคูปองก็ลดเพิ่มไปอีก300 บาทเท่ากับลดขั้นต่ำก็คือ500 บาทแล้วถ้าสมัครคอร์สในช่วงนี้นะคะโอ้ยลดแรกแจกแถมกันไปเลยทีเดียวเชียวนะคะคุณผู้ชม เพราะฉะนั้นอันนี้ถึงวันที่30 เมษายนนี้เท่านั้นนะคะสำหรับใครที่สนใจก็อย่าลืม มาใช้สิทธิ์ส่วนลดกันนะคะ Alright I think that should be it for today. If you liked this episode of English Chitchat, please leave a like, share this with your friends and your family so that all of us can practice listening and interacting in English together to get over our fear of making mistakes and just trying to use English. If you would like to follow us on other social media channels, we have Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Line, official, TikTok. Yeah, many ways. Let us haunt you for the rest of your life in all channels. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. I had such a great time. It's been a very long day, but seeing you guys makes me really happy. So thank you so much for joining us today and joining us always. And I will see you again very, very soon. I hope you find something useful out of this live today. So yeah, thank you so much. Have a wonderful week and have a good night. Bye bye. สวัสดีค่ะ